mmadụ echenere m ajiwe onye chere anya ajiwe atọkwu ya n'obu onye bụla iwe jebe aji ije nya zuo ọdachi n'ezi egwu m sị na ihe dịka echi n'echi a na-agụrụ agụ egwu na anyị achake ka anyanwụ anyị adakọrọ ka anyanwụ anyị acha ka akwụ ma anyị adakọrọ ka akwụ anyị azụ ka abịa ma anyị anakọrọ ka abịa anyị eru ka mmiri ma anyị atakọrọ ka mmiri anyị enwulu ka ọkụ ma anyị anyụkọrọ ka ọkụ.
Sankara in 1987, he was eliminated by Blaise Compaoré. You come to Central African Republic, there's David Dacko. David Dacko was to change the nation in another dimension, but a man called Bokasawa used to eliminate him. You go down to Congo Brazzaville, there's this guy called Maro Ngouabi. Ngouabi also was eliminated through a coup d'etat. Now, if you go down to Guinea Equatorial here, there was this guy called Masias Ngema. It was his own cousin, Obiangema Basoko, that was used to eliminate him. You go down to Ghana, Osage from Kwame Nkrumah had a good intention for the nation. It was Kotoko, his own clear neighbor, that eliminated him. You go to Nigeria, the guys of Nnamdi Azikiwe, they were eliminated by Poe, close to them. Now, if you put it in a nutshell, you go to Mozambique, Samora Moise Machel, it was his close partner that eliminated him. The West, and I repeat, will never and ever have access to Africa until they use Africans. That's why I say what is eating the bean seed is within the bean seed. Africans are full with greed, full with ethnocracy, tribalism, and nepotism. And if nothing is done, we will keep on killing our best every year. As I talk to you recently, I will guarantee you all shorty that this guy Magufuli has convinced us against once more that Africa does not need any support out of the country. Lazarus Chakwera, in his 8-minute speech commemorating the death of Magufuli, he said, the unpredictable Magufuli. They did not know that leadership could run in Africa without money being borrowed from International Monetary Fund, because they did not know Magufuli was coming. They did not know that projects could be set up and executed on time, because they did not know Magufuli was coming. They did not know that somebody could not pay attention to General Assembly of the United Nations. They did not know Magufuli was coming. African presidents have given us the impression that you must borrow to succeed. Before Magufuli came to power, most of the mines in Tanzania were privatized. But what he did was that he came back and then sanctioned the foreign companies that were mining in Tanzania until 16% of those particular mines were given back as ownership back to Tanzania. A scenario occurred in Zambia. Zambia is the best producer of copper. You have the copper belt in Zambia. Zambia sold that copper belt to an American firm upfront without payment, that they will exploit the copper and pay them later. American firm came, took that particular copper belt, turned it within 2 years and paid the money upfront, and is giving Zambia a 0.00 something% as royalty for their mine. Was that colonialism? It is talking about stupidity and poor management. Who brought gun to give that copper belt to America? Nobody brought gun. When last did you see Europeans using prestation, assimilation, or indirect rule in Africa? It's no longer there. Let us consider the fact that they are taking a greater chunk of our resources. The balance we have here is very possible for us to manage those things. How can a man come in 5 years' time without borrowing a dime from International Monetary Fund, a dime from World Bank? He was able to restore 6 aircrafts into the Tanzania airline. He was able to build bridges, build railway, restore back the Julius Nyerere hydroelectricity project that could give Tanzania 99% guarantee of electricity throughout the year without borrowing a dime. China proposed to borrow him 10 billion to reconstruct and expand the port in Dar es Salaam. He refused, yet the port was under extension. Where did he get the money? That's what we are talking about. A man that came and gave free education to all government schools in Tanzania. Mr. Leo, 20,000 ghost workers were discovered. That's where our money is going to. That's not colonialism. He also arrested 14,000 unqualified workers in the government. those 34,000 persons who were earning salary they did not merit is what was melting down the economy. It was not the colonial master. I think if we go down to most African countries, there are people who are earning salaries that do not exist in the government. Where is colonialism in all these things I have outlined? A man who said that education is free for girls, but the moment you become pregnant, your family will start paying fees. A nice way of fighting moral decadence. Who are we going to blame? Where did he get the money? He came and saw the hospital. President that goes down to the hospital. Beds were scattered, rotting, patients were sleeping on the floor. He fired the entire medical staff and gave them 1 month to repair all the beds in Tanzania. And suddenly from nowhere, the beds were repaired in the space of 2 months. Okay.
Ana m ayụ na obiko bụ ọgụ ebe ihe na-echerelu mmadụ echenelu m ajọ iwe. Onye cherela anyị ajọ iwe atọhụ ya n'obu. Onye bụla anyị wee jebe ajọ ije nya zụọ ọdachi n'ezi. Egwu m sị na anyị adị ka echi n'echi a na-agụrụ agụ. Egwu na anyị achake ka anyanwụ anyị adakọrọ ka anyanwụ. Anyị acha ka akwụ ma anyị adakọrọ ka akwụ. Anyị azụ ka abịa ma anyị anakọrọ ka abịa. Anyị eru ka mmiri ma anyị atakọrọ ka mmiri. Anyị enwulu ka ọkụ ma anyị anyụkọrọ ka ọkụ.
Supreme Court Governor ebe ọbụla ị na-asị m otu ya gbaka aga ahụ. Ndebe anya ụmụ afọ mfeperiko m nwata tọ na ngada nna ya. Gere m ntị n'onu na ọ na-eme oke kwekwe obodo agamatị ndị mmadụ ajụ ya na-akụ maka gịnị ka ekwekwa akụrụ maka na ọ na-eme kwekwecha ma agba. Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ wechaa nụ ntụ na ihe o ji eme ihe ukwu mee n'obodo agba egbe ụkọ onye ntị ike soro nụrụ. Ndebe anyị nna m gwara m na ahụ eziokwu ekwu n'obodo na ọ na-egbu okenye. Na ya ka ọkụkọ na wee sị na ya anaghị ekwu ka ihe ji ha ya na ọkwanụ ka ọha nụrụ onu ya. Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ na-asị unu nụrụ onu m na gọvanọ Hope Uzodimma aghagwu ume mere Imo steeti. Eze omekome, eze ji ọbara akwa aka, eze onye agwara m, eze onye adịna m, eze onye kwuo ọnwụọ, eze na-egbu ndị ọ na-achị na obodo ọ na-achị. Ihe ọjọọ jewukwa ụzọ. Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ nna m gwara m n'ezie na obodo ahụ na eze omekome na-achị na ihe anya mmiri anaghị akọ na ya wee kwuwuru eziokwu. N'enu nna ka mgbe gọvanọ Hope Uzodimma chebara iwu ndị Imo steeti, anya mmiri anyị aghọgworo anyị mmiri ọṅụṅụ. Chiba anụ ọzọ ma mmadụ ahụ ahụ ọnwụọ anwụọ. N'enu ndị nne enyi nwa ha n'ike, nwatakịrị enyi nne ya n'ike, nwanne na-achọzi nwanne ya achọ n'obodo a mụrụ ya. Ọ wụrụ ihe arụ anyị na-ahụ n'aka gọvanọ Hope Uzodimma na ọchịchị ya. N'enu na Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ akwa arịrị egbuone m. Nna m si na onye ndị iro gbara okirikiri na-eche ndị ya nche mgbe oge niile. Mana ndị be anyị arịrị na-egbukwanụ m awụ ihe omekome na-eme n'obodo. Mana ọzọ n'ihi na nkịta egoro ọrụ nche ganataziri ta uwe dị ụlọ ya na ndị be asị abịa chekwaba. Ọ wụrụ ihe arụ. N'enu na Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ na ntụtụ ndị ọrụ nche gọvanọ Hope Uzodimma wedetara anyị ghọziri omekome nyere ndụ anyị, akpọrọ nwa mmadụ egbuo ya n'ike, bochie ya ọnụ n'ihi na onye nwụrụ anwụ anaghị ekwu okwu. Ọ wụrụ ka anyị si gbawara ajọ mmadụ gbakwuru ajọ mmụọ na ọchịchị Hope Uzodimma. N'enu Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ chiba anụ ọzọ. Ọkwa anụ m n'obi m n'ụtụtụ a na-anụ ka mgbu akwa na-ahịa n'ugwu na ndịda na mpaghara mba Imo steeti a na-akpọ Ọlụ. N'enu Igbo siri ọnụrụbe nwanne ya gba n'ọsọ ọkwa n'ihi ya ka m ji bụrụ oke ekwe mgbara jere ka mụrụ edosiri egbe nduru ụzọ ọnwa ike ji atụ na ya bụ mpaghara obodo. Mgbe m ji ruo ihe hụrụ rie m ọnụ. Ọ wụrụ n'elu niile na-esi ọnwụ ana niile jupụtara n'ozu, mmiri niile dị na-anọ ọrụ na-acha ọbara ọbara. Na ya ka m nọ wee jụwa ajụ maka na nna m si na-akọ ọrụ egelu anụta aka ara eze ka eze ji si na ya gwọrọ ntị anụmanụ. Igbo mụrụ nze m ọzọ o wee wu nna ndị ọrụ nche a na-akpọ Ebube Agụ kpọpụtara ụmụ okorobịa 14 si agbamakwụkwọ ezi ọyi ihe ezi nwanne ha were abata, gbagbusie ha, bochie ha ọnụ, si na ha wụ ndị omekome. Onye nwụrụ anwụ na-ekwu okwu. Nenu ni bomu nze mwazo nna ngwara m neze ya bi n'ikpe n'otu onu n'otu onu ọgba n'otu aka. Nna m na-agwa m na a na-enwe obodo enwe ọkwa ya ka nji na-agazi ntị ka nnu mgbe gọvanọ Hope ya ekwu na ya bụ ajọ ihe ajọka n'obodo ka ọ ya bụ okenye kpaa arụ gọvanọ Hope wee pụta na-ekwu n'ezie na ụmụazị a na ha ndị omekome na ha metere ihe ọnwụ wee bekata arịrị cheta arịrị nne na akwa were amụta nwa na nwaanyị aga sị na ahụ nwa ka irie mmiri n'ụlọ akpọrọ nke a mụrụ amụ gbuo mee nne mụrụ nwa nwaanyị aga nsị gọvanọ Hope na-atụlekwe ma ọ dị mma.
Said to me, I see where every religious leaders will be denying their faith because many of them have been killed. I see where people will leave the church and run away. In the revelation, that so far you're a religious, you're a leader, a religious, you are number one target. I see celebration in the families, ancestral home for our people. Strangers occupy everywhere. The little children were subject to obey. Everybody ran away, those that can run. Dead people everywhere, vulture punching people's stomach. And I cried to God. I cried to God. I said, Lord, don't allow this vision to come to pass. Don't allow this vision to come to pass.
Amen.
Let it happen like the days. Let it happen like the time of Hezekiah, when you revealed to him that he will die. But he prayed and it doesn't happen. I was crying in a vision. I saw our villages being taken over. I saw people dying. I saw where we have been subject to obey, to do what we are not, that is not part of our lifestyle. And if you refuse, you die. And everybody was now joining because if you don't want to belong, you die. I said, Lord, don't allow this to happen. I know you have been the one speaking to me since I was 8 to 10 years. And everything you tell me always come to pass. The same way I prophesy about footballers and they release them from UK. I prophesy about another in Mecca and he was released in Poland and I talk about contract and he got in Germany. Check since these 100 days. All our prophecies have come to pass. People testify every Sunday. All of you. How many people are watching this program now? Almost 27,000 watching on Facebook. YouTube, over 16,000. Almost 50,000 people watching in all our platforms now. But how many of you are watching on Sundays to see that all the prophecies are coming to pass? Even when we post more video, you don't watch to see that everything we have said come to pass. Everybody will pray for danger that is about to happen to Igbo land. It's not a matter of drinking and eating. A disaster is about to come, but it will affect me. But I say, God, let it not come.
Amen.
It's not a time of eating and drinking. Something is looming. The cloud is very dark.
Hello, good afternoon and good morning. Welcome to Mazi Austin Okonkwo. And I want to use the privilege to greet all of you, those of you who are watching me and you know my name. You have heard my name, right? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And I welcome you, lovers of freedom. And anywhere you are, this is good afternoon from all the way from Netherlands. And it depends on where you're joining me. Our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorporated leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Please, if you are watching, do me a favor, go to the YouTube, click the top up button, go to the Facebook. You can see, immediately you put Okonkwo, Mazi Okonkwo, you can see my channel, they pop up by themselves there. And I am here today to discuss about the failure of the DOS through Chinasa Nworu and the Chika Onyoshi. And I know the people we are talking about. Those are the people that you choose to be your head of the DOS, and by the grace of God, these guys have been sacked based on what they have created. If you look around, you can see a lot of chaos going on in the family of Biafrans. Those people are not our leaders any longer. Edozie have been sacked. Chinasa Nworu, the bedbug, has been sacked. Many of them that are looters in that particular DOS has been sacked. So what I am here this morning to do exactly is to let Biafra know, because when we started talking about the failure of these people, You guys did not understand. You call us autopilot. You call Simon all kinds of names. You call Madam Azuka all kinds of names. You call the whole everybody in autopilot all kinds of names. But today, who has God been vindicated? Who among us have been vindicated? I come here this morning in order to address the mad dog, all the mad dogs in IPOB. Those of you who are portraying your idiocy on the public. Those of you who are using your Radio Biafra after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been rendited, you are using Radio Biafra to do your saga. And by the time we come out and we told you people that Radio Biafra where we worship had become where we gossip, many people started calling me and they said all kinds of things. Mazo Konko, you are crazy. Mazo Konko, you are mad. Mazo Konko, you are vacillated. Mazo Konko, we talked to you, a pastor before. Mazo Konko that. Mazo Konko this. And today, it is clear to your eyes that your DOS are the real criminal. They are the ones working with the governors. They are the one that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was really giving a warning to stop killing our people the day he appeared to the court. He said to DOS Chinasa Nworu, stop killing our people and many others. And today, everything that we have been saying concerning this criminal, Chinasa Nworu and Edozie, these two bandits, is now coming out clearly, and the whole world is watching. The whole world is watching. One thing I like about autopilot, we are not here for saga. Autopilot, we are all time ready to speak the fact, the truth, and we are punctual, making sure that Biafra will be restored by the grace of CHUKWU ABIAMA. Now, I come here this hour for us to reason together. I want you to step a little bit back to when all these problems started cooking. From Edozie, from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being rendited, for Kanu Takare jumping out in the Radio Biafra and start to calm us down, nothing ever happened. Even when Kanu Takare pop up on the Radio Biafra, remember, it was exactly by this time, almost by this time last year, he was calming us down, even defending, telling people on Radio Biafra to stop attacking Dr. Masanga, all of you know. Because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendited, Dr. Masanga was the last person I could say who interviewed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the general public and now the eyes of the people, because the man is in Kenya. They start to point hand to Dr. Masanga, which is, if you ask me, I don't think it is true. And we, through the grace of God, begin to, move, searching, making research on ourselves in order to find out what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But up to today, none of your DOS has come out to say, we find the solution. But what happened today? The solution themselves are finding themselves. The truth is popping up to prove to you that those who betray Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is no other person than your members of your DOS. It is clear today. These people are the real problem that Biafra has never come. Because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started this agitation, he engulfed himself around about him with criminals, people like this Edozie. I hear one idiot saying, Edozie was there before. When they were young, they were drinking with the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all of them are together. Let me tell you, it is not about who first come. Have you seen now clearly that Edozie and Chinasa Nworu are the criminals? These are the people that killed the consort. This plus many others, I don't even want to mention their name, because listen, there are many people's hand in the death of Ikonso, because they thought that Ikonso is one of their greatest problems, and the Chinasa Nworu and many others conspire in the killing of Ikonso. So we want Biafrans to know, follow everything that are happening, follow everything that we're teaching you. You will definitely understand that Chinasa Nworu and the many other groups push the information, and the evidence is coming clearly. Small time, your ears will begin to tinkle, because autopilot, we are in the research. Do you see us coming out to do saga? We are not doing saga. Autopilot is on the flight move, automatic, far above. We do not have time to look your faces. We do not have time to allow you to bring us down. We will also not have time to allow you to decide the fate of the Biafrans. And therefore, I also want to remind all Biafrans that Mazi Simon Ekpa came last time and he declared all of you, those people who are thinking that you are just autopilot, the other people is IPOB. No, you are the real IPOB. You are the one who has come out and positioned Chinasa Nworu, the criminal, and Edozie, the criminal, also in Switzerland, where all of them belong. Today, what we have been telling them on Radio Biafra has come to pass. Now, it is clear that there was a video that I played here before, and you will understand that there was a man here, I think from East Africa. This man spoke very well. I want you to listen together to him. Listen. The rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have happened if there is no DOS criminal saboteur Judas member among them. Because in every 12, Judas must always show himself. I started shouting this thing from the beginning when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in problem. We kept quiet for so long and no one wanted to come out and say it. I was one of the first people who came out to ask on the platform, who bought the ticket of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? How can Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be the president of over 220 million people and no one knows where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu bought the ticket? Those questions they sack out. Chike, this criminal, that one, that idiot, that dry fish in Switzerland. He is the one who is sacking people. Chike Edozie came online on those during the time Omada I was together before God separated the chaff from the wheat. Now, during this period, I was on that program on the ground. Chike Edozie came on that program. They asked Chike Edozie the same question that everybody has been asking: if Neneanya cannot be fired in order for or make account or deliver the money he has in Umuri account. I think this was when we were using Umuri account. Chike Edozie clearly said on that platform of Omar that many of you who have that video, you can still, maybe you saw it. Chike Edozie said he did not have power to sack somebody. Clearly, all of you saw it. That he do not have power and he cannot sack somebody. But the question that we must be asking ourselves now is, how come now that Chike doesn't possess power to begin to attack Nene? I don't say she's a good woman, no, because as long as you are in the forum or in the den of that idiot in Germany where they tie a rapper for the head and they call master idiot, that I could say target seller, that man. I'm not talking about him. So what I'm here to do is, the question here is, why didn't Chike Edozie fire Neneyanya early time? But Chike Edozie then told the whole public of Biafra, that idiot told Biafra that he do not have power to sack Neneyanya. But now, Chike Edozie, the question that Biafrans are throwing to you, even me myself, Mazo Konkwo, is throwing to you, where do you possess the power to sack Neneyanya? Where do you now possess the power to come out for saga? You have possessed the power also to go and remove the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and put your name. Chike Edozie, if nobody, you and Chinasa Nworu, if nobody know the impunity, the weight of the impunity that you people have been committing in Biafra land, now it is clear Biafrans are watching and Biafrans are coming out. They have known now that you and the Chike Edozie are the great problem with many other people that they are working with. I could say some of your governors in the South is we know. But one thing we're here to tell you people, this is not a time for saga. We have made it clear to you all, any day, any commander, anybody is fall down in the Biafra land, Chinasa Nworu, we will also going to avenge your own siblings and all your people. We're also going to prize them because you and the Chike Edozie and with many other crooked people that is set apart for the destruction of Biafra. But we want to assure you that your end has come. And the person that is going to suffer this thing very well is Chike Edozie because he's a foolish man. Look at what is happening today in IPOB. Somebody who said he's a doctor. I'm not here to defend anybody, but let us set the facts straight. Now, what have the Biafra agitation have to do with the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? I'm not talking about Master Prophet. Master Prophet is not a member family. I'm coming. Let me close my door. A family member of Mazi. So that I'm not talking about Master Prophet. He is not a member of the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Master Prophet is the he-goat. You know, this is that man that I heard. That idiot. He is a he-goat. He contributed more on the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't say that all the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is correct. No, because this Kanantana, all of the, you see, there was a Bible quote that said, conspire, and all of them will jump together and be broken ashes. That's exactly what is happening here. We warned you people. We shouted and shouted and shouted. It was the same Kanantana now. One doctor, whatever, whether it's a doctor, you know, we also have many doctors, those people who their nyashis on the street now, who open this thing wide, they are also doctor. Without knowing that the doctor is supposed to close your this thing so that the virus will not enter. The same way so many people who call themselves doctor, they will come out on the radio Biafra and begin to say a lot of bullshit about the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When you come out and say to the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that Kanunta is not blood brother of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what are you trying to say? You are trying to say, in other words, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mother or his father was not appropriate. And you are still shouting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is your leader. Biafrans all over the world, I want you to look straight, look to the heart of all these people that call themselves US that are following, and you will see woefully that they have failed. Every calamity, please do not mind the topic you're seeing there. I don't know if the topic is already changed, but I think I put another topic after this broadcast. I'm going to change it. It's an old headline when I did prayer. I saw it. I'm going to change it. Please, Biafra, do not bother about that. But by the way, before I move into this broadcast, I want to use the privilege to thank my sister, Gloria Ogu. She did wonderful. Gloria was able, the other day, we were having problem with my telephone, and you know, I'm too rich now, and I just made my mouth open on this same platform. And our sister Gloria took it upon herself. And today, by the grace of God, I have bought a very nice telephone for this broadcast, and our gadgets are complete. We have computer, we have laptop, we have different kind of telephones, and for us to be ready for this particular broadcast. This is the first, I could say, blessing that I've received, and I will not tell you how much she gave to me. King Solomon, you know, see, I have my brain, I have my eyeglass, you know, I'm not going to the beach because I'm not King Solomon. But thank God, Gloria, anywhere you are, Mrs. Oku, God Almighty shall bless you for this powerful telephone that you bought for me, and I will use it for the gospel of Biafra. And I want Biafra to always, when you see Gloria Ogu, please thank her on my behalf. She has done good, and God will bless her immensely. Her husband and every other thing about her family should be blessed. So what am I saying here? I'm talking about Chicken Edozie, how DOS failed, how these people determined to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a lot of things also that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given them as a warning even before the time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to court the last time, and he was telling our people to stop killing people. And I came on the Twitter and I said it clearly that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is pointing to Chinasa Nworu. People say, how do you know that? How do you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is talking to the Fulanis? No, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling the members of the DOS, Chinasa Nworu, and his killer organization that are killing our people, that killed the Ugonso, and the Biafrans fold their hands. Let me tell you, we must start first from inner cleansing. People like Chinasa Nworu supposed to get out of the way. People like Chike doesn't need to be existing. This man, master idiot, plus many other Richard Card agitators in this your DOS. I don't come here for saga, but I think I'm here to mock you, because the Bible says in the book of Proverbs, say, my son, listen to the voice of your mother so that your ways will be corrected. And when thou shalt not listen, calamity shall fall on thee. And the Bible said that when this calamity shall fall on thee, if God promised people who do not listen to him that when calamity comes, he shall laugh at them, why wouldn't I laugh at these criminals? When Simon was resolute to carry this thing in the forefront, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu received the spirit in Simon. He commanded them to give him just a slot. He didn't even say become a commander or the leader of Biafra. Otherwise they would have even planned to kill Simon the same way they planned to kill the Goso, killed a lot of people by Chinasa Nworu, the killer at the baseball. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows who you are very well, even before all things. Now, I want to place this. I got this yesterday from my brother. And I want to bless the person who find this clip out, because we must always listen and follow to see all the clip of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and every prophecy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has prophesied. Everything he has said has been coming to pass. Before Chinasa Nworu killed the Ikonso, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a question that he asked. Don't say, look, I want you to listen to this clip. Now listen.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport?
Chinasa Nworu, you are killing people. You are massacring our people. You are using what we call secret extermination. It's not even secret, because anyone you mention their name are dead. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking you here. You are in Kuwait serving as a slave, and the Janjaweed are using you, Chinasa Nworu, all the way from slave. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is asking you, what will you benefit for staying in Kuwait and working for the Janjaweed? Are they going to give you a Kuwait passport? Which is not possible. Let's listen again.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport?
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, onye ga-asa ajụjụ abụ Chinasa Nworu, who killed Ikonso. He ran into Kuwait. Honorable na-ekpobata na-atụ aka ndị a ga-egbu, because we give you opportunity to, because the IPOB will say, give you the chance to be there. Now, I want you to ask yourself, why did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ask this question that he asked? He is in Kuwait committing all kinds of atrocity, and not today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have seen this idiot, Chinasa Nworu, and the Edozie. Everything that we have said in autopilot, every warning that we have delivered, the ones our Umada have said, the ones Simon has said, the ones Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said, and all these prophecies are coming to show you that this criminal bed ball called Chinasa Nworu are the ones, and Chinasa Nworu, all these DOS, that's why they are falling. See, whenever time Babylon rises against the children of God, the next thing that will happen to Babylon is the collapse of Babylon. I want to tell you today that DOS, that people in that office, has gone down. They are no longer working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chinasa Nworu hand is on blood. Edozie is the criminal, and with many other of them that have committed atrocity on this particular struggle. That is why we are here to tell you. Forget about this, following this Edozie. He's leading you nowhere. Edozie has been intoxicated of power. Edozie is controlled by Chinasa Nworu, and they are all co-criminals looking a way to destroy IPOB, to stop the freedom of Biafra. But I thank God for the speed of autopilot, for the autopilot has taken the lead, and we can't go back. Check it today. They are in the business of gossip, and autopilot are in the business of gospel. We are bringing Biafra to you. We do not worry. We have sacked all of you before. Edozie and Chinasa Nworu, you are absolutely irrelevant on this particular struggle. And that's why I'm calling every autopilot member, every IPOB, anywhere you are, revise and return. Join and support autopilot. This is the moving vehicle. It will clear your eyes for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to release and say from today, autopilot is the lead of this particular. Many of you will be mocking at me. Now, many people said, I have many friends, brothers, those who are even in Italy, they said, whenever time you want to talk to them, they say, Mazi, forget this shaman. You don't see that. Now, to go check everything that is happening. Simon that you're talking about is the one on the forefront. He is the same Simon that making things to happen. What have your Chinasa Nworu, the bed bug who killed the Gonso, offered? Only working with the Janjaweed. Why I hate these people so well is calling the names of Biafra to the Janjaweed, working with the Nigerian Zoo police in order to kill our people, the betrayal of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also using the names of the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for play. We know that there are mad people there. We know that even the sister of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu head is not correct, but it is not something we should come to talk about. If you know this, put it in your pocket, because the more you begin to, you can talk about them, but not on the extent of going into the biological side of someone's family saying that Kano is this and that. I cannot say such a shit. If Kano do something, come out and say what is you do. Just like the same way we autopilot, when he do, I will come out and tell him. One thing you must understand in this struggle, we cannot kill everybody, Chinasa Nworu. That's why we are telling you. Master Nandekano warned you the last time. He said, stop killing our people, Chinasa Nworu. And before he said that to you, Chinasa Nworu, remember, he told you this. You cannot kill our people and run in Kuwait. Here is it.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport? Will they give Kuwaiti passport to your children? Will they allow you to buy a house in Kuwait? Can your children be Kuwaiti prime minister? Then what on earth are you doing here then? That means you're a slave.
No, they're doing green.
That is why his name is called Chinasa Nworu slave. It didn't come from my mouth. He's in Kuwait. And he's a slave. And his name is Chinasa Nworu slave. That's Nworu, a son of a slave. That is why that same name is still affecting his life. Working for Hope Uzodinma. Remember, it was Hope Uzodinma that sent, first of all, when they wanted to kill, that's the time they wanted to use money to kill some set of the Eastern Security Network in Imo State. They sent this man called Ogu because information is in our hand, so that when Ogu calls them, they will come on the arrangement of the money and all of them will be identified and assassinated one after the other. That is exactly what they want to do to Konso. And the Konso refused. Then Chinasa Nworu with some of his colleagues are the ones who plan to kill Konso. Mazi Nandekano knows everything that is happening because this man sees far. He's one slave. Chinasa Nworu is a Muslim in Kuwait. He is not a Christian. He has no religion. His name is Abbas. How can IPOP trust? Sometimes when I come to this Radio Biafra of a person, I was listening last time, this Madam Nene, or Sister Nene, she's still my sister, but I cannot work with them. They are working with criminals. But it's still still our sister. Why is she our sister? Let me behave like King Solomon. I am not going to the beach, but the reason why she is our sister is this. Fulani, if Fulanis have a misguided brothers, we also have misguided uncles and the aunties, people like this Chinasa Nworu also, because in every country you must have a criminal. Because on our in every city, in every city, and a one mad person, but nobody lies that the mad person will come from his own family. That's why we're coming to tell you here that the spirit of autopilot is now vindicating the just people that God has called into this very struggle. How do you know that? Go back, brother or sister. Check everything that we have said, all the questions that we have asked during the time Mazi Nandekano was vindicated. Is it not the same thing that all these errats, those recharge card agitators under Chike, those in Chineke Sasigro Hana, Onobala Nekuzu, those Joy and Dara, all of them are mad, scattered everywhere. Because you're working for Janjaweed. When we talk about the restoration of Biafra, everybody frown their face. Everybody shouting P2B. Everybody shouting P2B. Chinasa Nworu came one time. Don't cast your vote, but if you want to cast, you know how to do it. He is a political, I would say, freedom fighter. He is working for Nigeria, working for the Fulani, working for Kuwait Muslims. Chinasa Nworu hand is in blood. Don't believe these people, I am telling you. Chinasa Nworu, there's a lot of information that you will hear about this guy. You can never come near him. But I thank God the dragon has spoken. Any day we hear that one of our men is down because of Chinasa Nworu, we will also come after you because they say, do me, I do you. Man no go do what? Man no go verse. Man no go verse. I'm going to play this video again. Listen to what Mazi asked Chinasa Nworu.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport? Will they give Kuwaiti passport to your children? Will they allow you to buy a house in Kuwait? Can your children be Kuwaiti Prime Minister? Then what on earth are you doing here then? That means you're a slave.
No, they are doing greener.
His name.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport? Will they give Kuwaiti passport to your children? Will they allow you to buy a house in Kuwait? Can your children be Kuwaiti Prime Minister? Then what on earth are you doing here then? That means you're a slave.
No, they are doing greener.
Then what on earth are you doing here, Chinasa Nworu and Edozie? If you cannot protect your people as one of the DOS, if you cannot speak for the freedom of Biafra, if you cannot vindicate and research and know why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and who kidnapped Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who should we know is you? Your hand is there. By killing the consort. Now, the problem there is that when we look into this, you see, our people have a different kind of mindset than the Igbo people. Betrayal, like Simon said yesterday, when he was talking about how Nanda Azikiwe betrayed the Yorubas, and now we are laying an accusing finger to the Yorubas, just the same way Chinasa Nworu now is betraying our struggle. And nobody, none of us is challenging Chinasa Nworu. We must find Chinasa Nworu. Chinasa Nworu has killed our people. Everything that is happening, the killing, the death of Ikonso, and to the extent that it's the same Chinasa Nworu still want to wipe away the family of Ikonso. And when this man comes to Radio Biafra, where they have polluted, you see him ranting, shouting like a lion, wow, 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 with the other mad one, where they call Jonathan Chinedu, war plotters, idiot, old people who don't even know that their time has finished, deceiving people in the name of fighting agitations. God Almighty is going to visit all of you one after the other because you people spoiled Radio Biafra. If it is not our brother, what is that the guy named the African rep, Tarename? He's the only genuine person in that. All of them has corrupted. When this when he started shouting, I came out and I tweeted, I said, shut up your mouth, Michono. People even from co-recharge card people here in Amsterdam, they started talking about me. Why even a lady told me that if I try it again, she's gonna find people to come and kill me. Do you know how many threats I've gotten on this thing that I'm doing? Is it not people that also say they're coming to poison Mazi Okonkwo because I'm fighting for their own generation? They want to kill Mazi Okonkwo. Let me tell you, not everybody you point hand and you survive. Those who point hand on me, my God, we visit them one after the other. You will later hear the end of Edozie. Edozie is on his way to his grave, I'm telling you, because this man refused to speak the truth, following the lies, and the blood of thousands of Biafran that died. Listen, limited. It's not about going, I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Can you carry the spiritual heavy load that is interwoven with it? Many people jump in like Judas. You know, Judas was not called into the ministry. I used to tell us this, but he loved what is happening. And he see people coming, following Jesus. This music was nice. Only cannot break because Jesus is always in the ministry of changing water into wine, make you know, and Judas was following. He was not called, but rather he loved what was happening. He said, Master, Master, can I join? Jesus said, you can join. Because he was not from the real heart. But he has something that he wanted to get. The same way, many of these people you see that entered into Biafra agitation, following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when they followed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they did not enter agitation, seeing the danger, seeing that you are committing yourself. As I am here, I know the value. I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm taking the risk to deliver my people, so that when you are here, caution or talk to me with respect. But you see that your best Bob, Chinasa Nworu, Neneyanya, And the main person Biafrans must, let me tell you, there was a man I saw, he says he's the president of Biafra. I don't know who is the president of Biafra. One thing I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. Anybody can come from any kingdom. Without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't believe this Biafra, because all of us here are betrayers. If you don't know it now. Only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's why anytime I come to my platform, I address him as the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. I got that word from Chineke, my brother, in the Biafra, when their head was okay. I listened to my you cannot say because you hate somebody, you will not listen to the fact when people say it. This is not something to do with the money, because she and the people that are following her, and also the whole criminal, it can also be, let me tell you, sometimes we can also check things two ways. Criminal, and he refused to bring out the money because they all are co-criminals until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out. Now, let me finish the issue of what happened during the Nenayanya issue. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu called that everybody should transfer the cash in their hand to social account. And the Biafrans were shouting, even this, my brother, Prince Darlington, who is attacking Simon every day. Sometimes I wonder how people's brain can be loosed. And all these people that are lying this lie against Simon Ekpa, they are jobless people. Idiots. They are talking about Simon, a man who has his own business. Are you talking about Mazi Okonkwo, a man who is doing his job? But the jobless person will come from somewhere and begin to tell Simon this, Simon. And the same Simon you're calling now, if Simon is not on live, you can't even restream your video to get food to eat, because it is through mistakes of Simon or a perfect of Simon. Even Simon and you couldn't say Obarage. So why can't you see Simon will worship you? All of you that are talking, when I was very sick, this is the kind of Biafra we got. I am not here to mock anybody by any circumstances, because the sick people are still belonging to Biafra. That's why I mentioned to you that Chinasa Nworu is a criminal, but he's still a Biafran. Therefore, he's also a criminal. Even this people this election, they are all criminals. Why can't we forget our own personal belly and think about the unity to get Biafra? Listen, Fulanis are not holding Biafra, but the Biafran themselves, people like Chinasa Nworu, people like Edozie, and all these distractors, one be another Germany or master, whatever, one be, because him and I all guy in a village, my own and new whether been around master prophet, new corner, idiot hour. Check them. The only thing, like Simon said, can about more people. Some of also the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, direct brother of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, just like also that and the sister, that one Chaka Popo, Master Prophet, Amami Hokuri, because Master Prophet don't even have no single power. I wonder how he was able to brainwash the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. When I that one up to you can't even behave like somebody who coming from the palace. You know, so I don't work in a kerag in this. Now you're now all of you, both you, Chinasa Nworu, Magua Muno Bolono Mono, Chani Rumi to Ragakwa. All of you are zero. Every day they're talking about cheat. But one thing we assure you is Biafra will come. All of you know it. Biafra will come. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said Biafra will come. And he did not promise us that he's going to give us Biafra. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear that CHUKWU ABIAMA is the only one that is going to give us Biafra. And I believe on what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. If you look, let me tell you, I am not agitating because I want to agitate. But I want to agitate, like Simon, my brother, used to say, I want to be a part of those people who restore Biafra. Because let me tell you, if you don't know that there's a joy in leaving your, I could say, your fingerprint or your footprint on this earth. The footprint I'm talking about is not when you go where and fall, you put your footprint and say, Mazo Konkos live and die because the path. No, you must fight a good fight of faith. Man does not die. You cannot fold your hand and see the Fulanis kill your mother, kill your brother, kill your sisters, and you fold your hand. And I see so many youth today talking about P2B. The same idiot also, Master Prophet, talking about P2B. You see also Chinasa Nworu inwardly talking about P2B. Chinasa Nworu is not a Biafran. He is a Fulani jihadist. His name in Kuwait, now he moved from Kuwait, I don't know where he is. Double agent. He's changing name, using IPOB money, transforming name. And every time he changes name. Now you see, so many people, both women and men, that you see, you talk that you're fighting this race for. They are not there as you are there. They are, their stomach is in the front. Don't even know how to put my number today. Those who know my number, if you want to call, you can call in. Let me see if I can put it on one of the comments here. So that's what we're saying. We should understand that these people you call your leaders, they are all failure. They have nothing to offer you. Chinasa Nworu is a criminal. Edozie is the worst criminal. Okporoko criminal. Fools everywhere. That's how they have come to guide you. Please, somebody should call in. If you want to call in, I'm looking on how to get the number. I'm going to pick it on in the comment section if anybody want to call. So what we are saying is we must not allow these people to bring us down. Stop listening to them. We have stuck these people. We have stuck them, and we are moving forward, autopilot, and nothing can stop the move of autopilot. When you stand on our way, we will crush you down. We are autopilot. Our speed is too high. We don't come to do Sakara. We don't come to do Saga. What I'm doing now is not Saga. For many of you who think that Mazo Konko come here to do Saga, I don't come here to do Saga. I don't know why this is not open again. I don't come to do Saga. We come to tell you what is coming on your DOS. These people, they will soon vanish because Mazin Nandekano is on the way. I want you to compose yourself. Mazin Nandekano will be out. Do you know why all this your DOS and some of the elect and I could say your governors in the southeast, do you know why they are working head-to-scatter, using people like Chinasa Nworu to convince you, to confuse you, using Nelly of Weibo to confuse you? Do you know why? This is the time of election. If there's anything that we use, they will use people like this Akura Highway, Nelly of Weibo. Then they will open their door on the road. I'm not even talking about they will open their door on the road. And you know, they will begin to look inside there. Then you'll be confused like in Sima. But we cannot be confused. We're autopilot. Our eyes is always on up. I had any Kennedy. What we do, autopilot, we fought, and because we understand that it is good to fight to deliver our people. Because we are called and choose to be in that race. We are the people that Mazin Nandekano is talking about. Why is it that Chinasa Nworu was there, Chika Nworu was there, and Mazin Nandekano left all these idiots, and he said that he's looking for 100 men. Just 100 men. 100 men exactly before Corona time, and that is when Simon Ekpa was hot, Mazo Konko was hot. All these people, there are many people, many agitators, many people who are looting your money, both women and men. But Mazo Nandekano said, I did not see. It's like when God was trying to bring purity in the face of the world. He said, I searched for a man, I didn't see no. Just one man. Mazo Nandekano is even looking for 10. God looked for only one man. One he didn't see. I searched for a man because he will not use millions of you to do that. And when Mazo Nandekano was rendited, God brought that one man, Simon Ekpa, and presented to us because he knew the process. He knew this dimension. And they say, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Why is it that the champions are always your target? You have killed the Konso, the champion. Many other people you kill that I will not come here to mention their name, but the ones reachable to me, I will tell you. You also have killed Mazo Okonkwo, because by the time you went and they called my name, you are Edozie say destroy him. He's one of the people that are fighting. He is working for the zoo. Biafra has to mark this. Anybody you see that are still in the forum of any IPOB, DOS, you are like, go and check them. And please stop paying your monthly dues there. If you are in any state where you are, like here in Amsterdam, we form a WhatsApp forum, and we have a single man who collect all the monthly dues. Yes, hear it now how we do it. He collect all the whole monthly dues, depends on your arrangement of the monthly dues. That individual will take that monthly due and pay it with his credit card direct to our account set up by the autopilot for the for the feeding and the groundnut of the Eastern Security Network. That person will give the names of the people who have contributed that monthly due. This is how it goes. It is the same thing. You don't need again to go and rent a hall. What we need properly is an individual who can stand with the truth. But the day you will tamper to take IPOB money, God Almighty will remember the blood of a consort and deal with you. So I'm just saying this for many of you who will be hearing we are forming a forum now to raise money. You'll be jumping out. Yeah, I want to be there. I want to be there. No, it is not going to be like that. Everything is still transparent as long as it's autopilot. Everything is smooth, crystal clear. We are not criminals. We don't take money. We are also not into oath. But what we do is we do everything by the command of God. That's why you see today that autopilot is on his highway going. And DOS try to catch our flight. Their hands are slipping and they're falling. Chinasa Nworu put and more truth, more hidden truth is coming. Not only that you plot to kill a consort, Chinasa Nworu, there are many evil that your hand is inside. And very soon, the universe will vindicate you and pay you according to your effort. You understand it? Share this broadcast to him. The last one is I want everybody to know. You know, my broadcast is in different forms. Sometimes I can shout like a madman. Sometimes I can pray. You must have your standard. My standard, I have no limit. I do everything. So what I'm here today is to talk to you like a brother for changement of mind. I don't come to read comments, please. I don't read comments. So what I'm trying to say is Biafra must look into the activities of Chinasa Nworu. There are many people Chinasa Nworu have killed, but nobody wants to look into what we're saying. Plotting evil. Not only him, they are killing people, destroying IPOB, pointing people, calling their names. Even the one they kill, baby, they carry the name, come outside, carry the body step, come outside. Mazinand Kanu, and he warned you, Chinasa Nworu, that day in the front of the court. He says, stop killing our people. That's why I'm here. And even then, you have been in Kuwait, causing havoc, becoming a slave. Chinasa Nworu, he got slave, he got Libya, it's not going to get on Kuwait, right? And now Zakwa slave. Mazinand Kanu, Sika Jog Ajijudota, because Sagoda Jujua, as Kaine Kepe, Sajua Chinasa.
You don't want to die. You don't want to sacrifice anything. Your life of a slave in Kuwait is fine for you. Will they give you Kuwaiti passport?
Chinasa Nworu, after killing our people, Mazinand Kanu is asking you, will Kuwait, with the Fulani, because when you talk about Kuwait, it is also the same Fulani people. Chinasa Nworu cannot tell all that is working for Biafra. And one of the most confusing side of it is when he comes online with and he be talking, you think that he's making sense. Chinasa Nworu is a bandit. He doesn't make sense. He killed our people. He killed our people. And that's why we must make sure that we expose this man to the brim before he vanishes forever. What we want is that Chinasa Nworu and Edozie, let them, in fact, their thumbprint should be wiped away from this very struggle. Otherwise, confusion every day by day. These are the criminals you must look into. Fulani, totally. They are our biggest problem. But the main problem that are hindering us to remove Fulani from our land is these individuals. Biafra is this individual. Eastern Security Network, every one of you, we thank you for your good job. But if anybody is in the camp following Chinasa Nworu, let me tell you, it is clear. Both of you don't even have data, but we that in the Western world, we know we get information of the plot and those who are using Chinasa Nworu and Edozie, but you don't understand. That's why in autopilot, we say, what you don't know is bigger than you. The devil can never go to church. Chinasa Nworu cannot repent. And I see one man, you see some people come on the radio. Hey, Chinasa Nworu. One need Jisike. Mbo akpụzụ akpụkwụ. Ngwa commander. Our commander. Because the same idiot you hear every day. Mbo ska. Scavania. Every day they call it Scavanja. Every day, Scavanja. They have become now Radio Biafra will get burger after say. Then, like I said before, I'm not trying to say, she's out. She's my sister. One thing is this, that we have pushed them out of the way because they are a stumbling block to the movement. But for me, I believe I buy her idea because she find it late what we find out long time. Mazo Konko, if you go to the some of my Facebook, you see when I started fighting, Radio Biafra that our leader has said to become Radio Biafra is where I had Mazin Nandekano. No, I didn't hear Mazin Nandekano. Live broadcast, the first person I hear his voice physically, I fell in love with Uche Mefo. Then I saw Mazin Nandekano in the dream. That's why when Uche Mefo fell out, I cried so much during the NSAS. I cried because Uche Mefo that time, at the time I loved Uche Mefo very well before God opened to me the eyes. Because what I love Uche Mefo that time, his speed. You know why I love Uche Mefo? During that time, I never even joined this President Nand, our leader, IPOB of Mazin Nandekano. I was during that time following myself gradually. But suddenly I begin to see Uche Mefo that time coming online. Sometimes I see him, I say, this man looks like someone I know. And I begin to follow gradually, but I'm not full until God revealed to me Mazin Nandekano. And I entered fully. Those days was when love was an IPOB. And Edozie here have destroyed the love Mazin Nandekano built it, I would say, among Biafrans in a twinkle of an eye. If not Simon Epa, if not autopilot, where ebe ka anyị ga-anọ today? Enwere egwu a na-agụ, asị na ọ bụghị ya n'ụwa, ole ebe anyị ga, something like that. If you ask a question, Chike Edozie will sack you. At the time, the madness of sack entered that chicken. Edozie. And when he was sacking people, I was even thinking that he, Mazo Kongo, I'm a little bit slim man. People say, this is my nature. If you see my photos of 2 years ago, or many years ago, I was like a in my family, we are not that giant. We are tall, slim people. But one day, that one something gave it. But the Chike doesn't mean also because you go back on anyway, since Mazin Nandekano entered into prison, then he was kidnapped. What business Chike Edozie is doing? They are working with Nigerian government, calling names of people, killing them administrationally, calling their name, removing their name not to be a member of the IPOB. Now ask yourself, if Chike Edozie move 1,300 people or 6,000 people out of the DOS, those who are financially up to date, what do you have? Why Jesus was saying, come, even if you are a criminal, come. Chike Edozie is pursuing everybody. At the time, he was working with the criminal. Mazin Nandekano is asking you, after doing all this Abumbu Yaya, Switzerland or Kuwait, where you are, can give you passport. But you will die as Nworu. You will die as one slave anywhere you are. And please, I want to tell King Juan Solomon something. King Juan Solomon, you're a part of the people. Yes, your duty is analysis, but I'm not, you are my brother. Don't, King Juan Solomon, this man you're always making so high. Because last time you said that anytime we have issue, we will tell you, King Juan Solomon, I'm not against you, you're doing a job, good job. But stop praising this master prophet every day. When you know we are master prophet. There are many things to analyze, King Juan Solomon. You are doing great. There are many things to expose. King Juan Solomon have to go in the IPOB in the I want you to shift a little bit. Go to Nigerian government, they will try here. Different places in Nigerian government. King Juan Solomon, you cannot be talking about master prophet. He's an irrelevant man. Have you asked him what I told him when Mazin Nandekano wanted to travel? I called this idiot called King Juan Solomon. I call this idiot, call King, Master Prophet. Do that play. Man, I'm live. Sir?
I know. You don't finish. Make I join you. Make I continue. I just enter line in that.
Okay, enter. I will stop now. I will join you.
Okay, make I do this one.
They do that one. I go join you. Make I want to log out in a few minutes. I'm coming there. Okay, Mas, thank you. So, yeah, so I'm telling King One Solomon here, you should not be in fact, it was King One Solomon that promoted Master Prophet so high. Every day you come to talk about Master Prophet. King One Solomon, forget this man, they don't exist any longer. Because the more you begin to talk about this Master Prophet of a thing, he becomes so high. He is doing all his fake videos, attacking our barristers so that the King One Solomon, you don't know, he is using you. So kill anything concerning that idiot in Germany. Ask him, you know who I am. Master Prophet for the deceive you have been deceiving people and provoke this morning to talk to him. Fake man, because of your saga, that's why people can come out, even your own brother-in-law. And now that is not a blood brother. What have that to do? We can do our saga, but don't go to people's I could say family issue. That man and so proud man in American Israel. These are failure bundles of all channel the man are born women salt. And go to the like salt. We go throw salt for your body, we go put on a favor as well. All of them. Everyone disconnected to this US, all of you are criminals and all of you are bandits and channel come and say about forces and then Dara.